All right, let's welcome in Ravens legend, Super Bowl 47 MVP and current Colts quarterback, Joe Flacco. Joe, you've recently developed a knack for dominating as a fill-in quarterback. So the question is, which one of us are you looking to replace tonight? I think Peyton.
Man, I would be. You know, when you're on the sideline as the backup, you have some nerves. If somebody told me I had to come replace one of you guys, man, I don't know what I'd come down with, but I'd run as far away as I could.
Joe, I was in Indy yesterday to see our Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. Anthony Richardson was back. You started the previous two games. You guys, after 0-2, have won 4 out of 5. What's working for the Colts right now?
Listen, I think I don't think we've played our best football. We're working on kind of playing a complete game with the offense and the defense. But I think we're at least playing one good side of ball at a time and getting the job done. So,
Joe, do you think Peyton deserves to say our Colts? I mean, can he say? I mean, what's up with our Colts? Can you say like the Colts, your Colts?
Yeah, it's probably more correct to say they were his Colts for a very long time. I'm not sure anymore, especially after going to Denver and, like, you know, he's in Denver.
Exactly. He lives in Denver. He left. He left the Colts, and you know. It's
Okay. Hey, Joe, Eli and I were talking. So Baker's thrown 2 picks in the first half. Look, we've all been there before. What was your mindset after maybe a rough first half? Coming out in that second half? Easier said than done to kind of have amnesia and put it all behind you, right?
It's definitely easier said than done. Listen, I don't think Baker's going to have an issue. He's the type that's going to get out there and sling it. I think, man, I was watching, we were playing Tennessee, and of course you're kind of scoreboard watching as you're sitting on the bench when the defense is out there, and they were up 17-0, and the next thing you know, we came out from halftime a week ago, and they're down 27-24, and he had thrown a few picks that game, and the next thing you know, they're up 44 or 50-something to 27, so I don't think he cares. He's going to go out there and rip it and let it go.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Joe, you obviously played 11 seasons in Baltimore. You won a Super Bowl there, and you're, obviously still an active player with Peyton's Colts, as he says it, and y'all are fighting for a playoff spot. And we won't tell anyone, but are you maybe secretly rooting for the Ravens tonight?
Eli, I don't know how you felt when you guys played, but I literally wish all other 31 teams could lose somehow. So whatever team I'm on, I'm all for. I don't root for a single other quarterback. I don't root for a single other team. So right now I'm on the Colts, and that's about all. That's about all I can, muster up. So.
Hey, Joe. Baker's bounced around. You've been different teams. You've bounced around with different teams. What's the biggest adjustment when you go to a different team, learning a new language, a new system?
I think eventually you get used to that. It's probably like the first day you walk in the building, like where are you going to sit in the cafeteria? Like which group of guys are you going to kind of sit down next to and see if you can actually strike up a conversation with and feel like you're part of the team.
Yeah.
Joe, you're also now,
you don't want to have those awkward encounters,
Yeah. Do you have any awkward encounters considering that you're older than 5 head coaches in the NFL, including your own head coach? And can you please tell Peyton that it's okay to get bossed around by someone younger than you? In that, please?
I try to let it happen naturally. I still view myself as the player and them as the coach, no matter what the age difference may be. I think it can be hard sometimes for the younger coach to really feel like he can coach you. I hope that's not the case, and it's definitely not the case with Shane. And we've actually graduated high school the same year. I think I got him by like 6 months or so. So it actually makes for a pretty cool relationship.
All right, a little 3rd and 6 here. Oh,
movement. There's a pump fake.
You go for it, Pate? What do you think?
I want to. I think so, Joe, right? Let's go for this one.
They're going for it. And today, the analytics say go for everything, I think, or at least that's what the coaches try to trick themselves into thinking about it. So they'll go for it.
Little pump fake. They didn't bite the pump fake there. Oh, they're kicking it. They didn't listen to you, Pate.
There you go. There you go.
You got 50. Oh, he bunged. Oh, no.
Should have gone for it.
Should have gone for it. Definitely should have gone for it, Pate.
Maybe you should have went for that one. Now they get the ball in
They should have gone
midfield.
for it. Yeah.
Listen,
Bar definitely should have gone for it. Stay with us, Joe. We got a commercial here, but hang with
right.
us. We got some more football to talk about.
Welcome back. Joe Flacco is with us. Joe, you were teammates with Lamar Jackson for his rookie season in Baltimore. He's gone on to win 2 MVPs. What stood out to you about him as a rookie?
I think just the competitor in him. When he took that football field, like you could see he was in, the exact spot he wanted to be. Everything else kind of went out of sight, and he went out there and just played football.
And Joe, coming in his rookie year, Lamar hadn't done a whole lot of drop back passes. And how impressed are you with his development from when you saw him when he was drafted to where he is to now, just dropping back, spreading the ball around, taking the underneath stuff?
Yeah, no, listen, he does a great job. I mean, I think that's the one thing about him. And even if he misses a guy here or there, like I said, he's in the exact spot he wants to be. He doesn't let anything faze him. He just goes out there and he rips it, and he's not in his head. He's not thinking about those things. He's exactly what you want to be on Sundays. He's just going out there and playing football. He's done all the preparation, and he goes and competes, and you can see that when he's on the field. He's able to take the easy ones, and then when he has to actually use the stuff that he's been gifted and all that, he just does it naturally.
Yeah. Joe, also...
That's exactly what Coach Harbaugh was saying. He's dropped back first. He's be Lamar Jackson kind of second. So it's been a good combo. Go ahead, E.
And speaking of Coach Harbaugh, your rookie year was also Coach Harbaugh's first year as the head coach, and you guys had immediate success in Baltimore. You went to the AFC Championship. What makes Coach Harbaugh such a successful coach and be able to do it for such a long time?
Man, well, listen, I didn't know any better when I first got there. Whatever I saw, that was the NFL to me. But I'll tell you what, he set the tone right away. He set the expectations high, and then he held everybody accountable. Just from being around him, I mean, he gets as much as he possibly can from everybody in that building. I think when you work in that building and you're working for him, you know that you're going to be the best version of yourself. I think that's probably what he does best. He drives everybody and can kind of stand back and see everything from over the top and see what really needs to be done. And then he knows how to build a tough football team. I mean, that's why, everybody always wants to know, what is it about Baltimore? And I know it's 2024 and football is changing a little bit, but toughness still matters, and I think they do a great job of going and getting guys that are tough football players.
He is not going to be happy about these penalties, Joe. I know that much.
That might be the only way they can stop him today. I mean, he's standing back there by himself, and they have a 4-play drive, touchdown, 6-play drive for a touchdown, and then all the other drives they've had, from what I've seen, have all been penalty. They've only been stopped because of penalties. So,
yeah. Joe, Joe, this Tampa Bay Todd Bowles defense, you've played against them. It's kind of the old Rolodex we always talk about, taking a shot, Lamar. He's open.
Got him. Oh!
Wow, he's got him.
Wow.
I look like a Joe Flacco deep ball right there.
If you're going to roll the coverages in like that and everything, then you might get some guys out of place every now and then. I think the big thing with that is you better get pressure. If you don't get pressure on the quarterback, then when you run that many defenses, eventually when you just go through your progressions, you're going to find somebody.
Just cover 4 there. Kind of an inside release. He kind of faked the deep out. We call it a depot pump, right? Faking the deep out. The free safety came down. The strong safety wasn't going to get there. Heck of a throw by Lamar. Like you said, Joe, great pass protection there. Gave him time to hold that ball.
Wow. For sure.
Wow. 2nd and 17.
What is that?
Great great pass protection. Huh?
I mean, they're doing a good job overcoming these penalties.
No doubt.
Every time Tampa Bay gets a little break right there, Baltimore overcomes it. Good throw.
All right, Joe, we're going back to the 2012 playoffs. Your Ravens beat Peyton and the Broncos thanks to the mile-high miracle, a 70-yard game-time touchdown pass to the late, great Jacoby Jones. And I've always assumed that beating Peyton in the playoffs would be even better than winning the Super Bowl. Is that true? And what can you remember about this play?
Man, that was the first time I've ever beaten him, was that game right there. We just got pummeled a couple weeks before that in Baltimore. And I will say that was the most electric locker room and just overall post-game feeling that I've ever had in my life. Like, I would think I was talking to my mom on the bus like 2 hours later, and I was still like screaming from the top of my lungs. So, listen, I'm sorry that I have to say that in this setting, but it was insane.
No, I love it. I never got to beat him in a game of football, so I'm kind of living it through you a little bit right now. Thank you.
Hey, Joe, we're watching this Ravens defense.
The next year he came back and threw 7 touchdowns on us, so it was like, take that, you know.
Hey, Joe, we're watching this Ravens defense. I mean, I think about you in practice. Wow. Speaking of, that's a clip.
They call it? No clip.
I mean, Joe, all those years in practice, you had Ed Reed, you had Ray Lewis, you had Suggs, 5 seasons in Baltimore. I mean, were there some weeks that games actually felt easier than practice?
There's no doubt about it. Early in my career, there were games that were easier than practice. I showed up for Harbaugh was the first coach, so we got an extra mini camp. So as soon as I got drafted, I showed up for a mandatory mini camp. I had no clue what I was looking at out there. If I knew I had a 9 route, we were in a number system. If I knew I had a 9 route, I took 5 steps and threw it. And if it went out of bounds, I was like, okay, I survived the play. I didn't throw a pick. I mean, it was just like, guys out there were just so insane. I mean, Terrell Suggs is lining up right here. Haloti Ngata. There's fights going on. Ed Reed's in the back end. You're looking at Ray Lewis. It was absolutely insane.
Oh, that was a good defense. That was a very good defense. Went against them
Oh, they
a
were
few
crazy.
times.
I remember in 2008, like it looked like they were having parties on the field. Like that's how good they were, and just like how much fun they looked like they were having.
Joe, back in 2013, your dad, Steve, said this to describe your personality. And he said, quote, Joe is dull. Joe, I would like to go in the record, he's as dull as he's portrayed in the media. He's that dull. He is dull. Joe, I'd just like to go on the record saying that you are delightful. And but how did it feel, your father calling you dull 4 times?
I have no idea. I mean, that's him. Listen, I am glad that that's all he said. If you knew him and the amount that he could say and what may come out of his mouth, then you'd be happy if that's what he said, for sure. He will talk to you for 3 hours and say the craziest stuff you've ever heard in your life. So dull, I'm totally fine with.
Dull magazine. I love it.
We got to get you a copy of that magazine, Joe. You'll love that. Joe, you had speaking of Lamar running, you had a 21-yard gain a couple weeks ago against Jacksonville, your longest run since 2017. You reached top speed of 18.8 miles per hour. It would have been the longest run of Eli's career. Would you like to be referred to as a dual threat now as a quarterback from now on?
Oh, listen, if it can get me a couple extra passing yards somewhere in there because the defense has to think they're prepping for something like that, then I'm all for it. But listen, that's the last thing I need. I could barely call the play in the huddle after that, so I don't think we need too much of it.
What do we got
Another penalty, Eli. Another penalty.
Defense number 88. Penalty is declined. First down.
All right.
It's tough to actually
Prime
watch
penalty,
the game and talk at the same time. I don't know if I could ever get into doing this. I haven't seen a single play. I haven't seen a single play since I've been answering questions.
Not much happening.
Stay with us.
Joe, you get some headlines that Peyton could only dream of. We got one up here right now. I mean, when did you get so hot? Is that a compliment, or does that mean that you used to be really ugly? How did you take that?
It's probably that I used to be really ugly. It's probably when I got rid of the buzz cut. I think I'm going to need to go back to that so I can get rid of those headlines.
A great headline. Come on. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy is fired up.
Yeah. Jeez.
Hey, Joe, we were talking earlier. Lamar hit that big touchdown, but Tampa Bay's defense, it's that Rolodex term where every single play, it's something different. I never liked playing against those kinds of defense. Your thoughts when you go against somebody who changes it up every single play? Here we go. Look at this. That change up.
Jeez, man. What's this, 90 yards?
Oh,
that's a top speed. I wonder what his top speed was, man. He rolls. He can roll.
How about that run?
Listen, the Rolodex defenses.
Look at Winfield go in there. He's like, no, thank you.
Oh, jeez.
No, thank you.
Yeah, man. Nobody wants a piece of that when he gets going for more than 5 yards. He's already up to 22 miles an hour. Nobody wants to have to hit that head on.
Joe, you got a great possibility of going on the perfect prediction panel. I know this has been a dream of yours. Do you think Baltimore's going to score a touchdown here? If so, how are they going to do it?
I think they will score a touchdown, and let's say Lamar runs for one.
Ooh.
I like it.
I'm going with Henry. I'm going with Derek. Am I on there this year, Eli? Have I gotten one right?
No, I don't even have. Yeah, you have an almost perfect. I need a new fat head of you, though. I got your fat head here, but I need an updated one.
Don't bring the big one out. Just keep the normal sized head.
There's no such thing as a fat head of you that's not big. All right. Ooh, okay.
Hey, Joe,
we got 33.
Hey, Joe, we were talking, and do you feel like with teams going forward on fourth down, is the play caller telling you, hey, Joe, we got 2 downs to get in here, so you know on your third down decision that you're going to go forward on fourth? Are you hearing that before that third down call most of the time?
Yes, for sure. I know with Shane, that's something that we talk about a lot in those situations is, whether we have 2 downs to get it or not, because that changes the play call for sure, and it definitely changes the thought process that you're going through as a quarterback if you're going to actually drop back and throw the ball on that particular play. A lot of the times you end up kind of running the ball maybe and doing those sorts of things, but I mean that's a huge deal. If you're going to go for it on fourth down, you better know that on third down.
What are they doing? They're going for it?
They're going to give it a go here.
All right, here we go. Everybody's still alive. Pate, I found a new fat head. You got a possibility of making it on the perfect prediction.
I don't think so, because Derrick Henry's out of the game. I kind of like Joe's prediction now of Lamar running man to man.
I know it's setting up nice. It's setting up nice for a scramble touchdown.
All right,
Andrews touchdown.
Wide open.
So easy.
I should have said
Andrews. I think it's an almost perfect prediction, right? We'll get you almost. You had Lamar. You got to get you on there. Yeah, look how much better looking you are than Peyton, too. When did you get so hot, Joe? Look at that. I mean, compared to Peyton, it's not saying much, but.
Well, Peyton just needs a little bit of color there.
Yeah,
Thank you,
hail
Joe.
Peyton.
Thank you, buddy.
Get a tan, Peyton. You got to go lay out. Do you still have a tanning bed, Peyton?
It was cover zero there, Joe. Put the tight end on a corner route, inside technique. That's hard to cover. They blitzed the 2 inside backers. Lamar just dropped deep in the pocket, bought some time. If you're going to blitz him, you got to get home. Belichick said that earlier.
Listen,
he had too much time, easy throw.
If you're going to bring 0, you better get home way faster than that, because they'll kill you with that one.
Eli, I like your
Oh, that one-
high-scoring prediction.
Yeah, it is high scoring, just one-sided high scoring. I thought the Bucs would be able to hang with them a little bit, but
I was with
they're
you.
rolling.
Tampa Bay's been scoring on everybody. I thought it'd be high.
Joe, did you get a workout in? Are you getting a little like 11 o'clock little pump back there? Like it.
My kids are, I brought 2 of my boys. They're over here using every piece of equipment possible. So who knows what's going to be left of this place by the time we leave.
I like it.
All right, Joe. What do you think if you're Baker here? 34-10, 2 minutes to go in the third. I mean, you got to throw it just about every down. Now you may use a draw every now and then. But what are you thinking as a quarterback?
Oh man, you're thinking. It's some rough thoughts probably. So you're trying to trick yourself into thinking, hey, let's go get one score here and then see what happens. I think that's the most important thing right here. You're still in the third quarter. You can still go get one score and see what happens. But man, sometimes you get in these parts of the game and it can get rough. It can get bad quick because you know you're going to be dropping back. You know you don't have any play action. You're going to be taking 3, 5-step drops from the gun. And those guys on that defensive line, they're going to be pinning their ears back looking to go hit some quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
It's where I feel like these DBs too. I mean, they're going to squat. They're going to guess. They're looking to build some stats. Getting the third interception off Baker. So you just got to be so careful with the ball. And like you said, Baker doesn't care. Baker will throw 6 interceptions tonight. He does not care. But these defensive backs will start taking some chances.
Yeah, we saw Dallas in a similar situation against Baltimore earlier in the year. There you go. If you're Baltimore, you do have to start worrying about injuries and stuff like that at this point.
Right.
Jeez, that's the last thing that you want to happen.
You're trying to back shoulders, just a dangerous throw there, kind of.
We kind of talked about that in our back shoulder seminar. Never back shoulder versus a defensive back who's looking in at you. Alabama tried to do that to my Tennessee Vols. It did not work out well for the Tide. You cannot back shoulder a corner that's looking at you. Run it, Baker. Run it. Run it.
Stiff arm. Oh, look at that.
They're going to call offensive face mask on a quarterback. You don't see that one much, Joe.
You're not allowed to call that. We're not allowed to get offense. We are allowed to grab the face mask, I'm pretty sure. Aren't we? I think we can.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense number 6. It's a 15-yard penalty. Still third down.
I've never had one of those, I can tell you that much. Joe, you ever had a face mask?
I don't think so.
I never tried to stiff arm anybody. Who's Morty? Yeah, this is gonna get rough. I think.
What is it? 3rd and 20?
Third and 17,
25.
Joe.
If you can get 12 yards, you maybe might go for it. Go get a few yards. Oh, free play. They jump. Did they jump? Hey.
They didn't call it.
They look like the guy
They
over the
call
ball
it.
jumped.
Oh, he definitely jumped. Bad, no call.
No, he didn't cross the line of scrimmage, I guess.
Joe, I know you got kids at home. You're in a gym. We appreciate you coming on, pal. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, pal.
I appreciate you having me on, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Good luck the rest of the way.